In the 21st century Singapore, where the average family has 1 or 2 children, meet the Hengs. There's never a dull moment in this 9-person strong household.
I got more sisters than my friend. I'm the biggest family in my class.
And the Lims, where chaos reigns with 5 children approaching their teens.
I can't let you have the bed now. Got table here, got table downstairs, but you pick the bed. I wish that they give me more privacy. Give me a proper space to study.
And the Zainals, where 2 from each parent plus 3 young ones make 7 children altogether.
TV portrays stepfamilies as like bad families. Like I will have like an evil stepfather.
What does it take to raise a big family in tiny Singapore?
All of them request, I want my own personal space.
We all know finding a house with more than 5 rooms is kind of hard.
Mommy, take this one.
When I buy things, I always have to check the prices. Is it a good deal? So this one $2 for everybody, right? Okay, so we take this bread, okay?
In this special 4-part series, On the Red Dot explores the lives of these supersized families. Weekday mornings are a battleground in the Lim family household. 9 people share just 3 bedrooms in this rented apartment.
Bunny, Ryan, and Melody and my parents sleep in the master bedroom. Me and Ambrosia sleep in our room. The helper and my aunt sleep downstairs.
Ethel is a mother of 5 children, aged between 10 and 16. With just 40 minutes to get everyone out of the house, she needs everything to run like clockwork.
Shut up.
In the morning, it's very crazy to share the bathroom. Sometimes one of us get to school late because of like somebody waking up late after that, prepare very slow. Each one of us only have 5 minutes to be in the bathroom, so we only can wash our face and brush our teeth and change our clothes.
Having 5 kids in the family, you have to know their timing. She's okay, go, you're done. Have to know who is the slowest, who is the fastest. Brian's is sort of the fastest. Going less than 5 minutes, come out. Bernice is the longest. Sometimes she get in the toilet the longest.
This rental apartment is home to Ethel and her husband Nick. Their 5 children, Nick's sister Marie, and their helper Lovely, and 2 dogs. After 5 years in this cramped apartment, the family can't wait to leave.
At that time, they were still quite young, so they can squeeze. So now, we want to buy a house because all of them request, I want my own personal space.
The family was due to move out 6 months ago.
These boxes were packed up in November.
But Dad Nick's work schedule derailed their plans. Half a year later, and 9 people are still squeezed into 3 rooms.
I argue with them a lot about this because I know for a fact that my parents delay a lot of stuff and they don't keep to their promise a lot.
每次要出国做工了，所以没办法，屋子会比较难找到，所以本身来讲非常的抱歉。
Usually 6:45 is the best timing, but sometimes they will delay until 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock, Ambrosia is the late one, it will be late one. So I always get complaint from the school. Oh, why this one so late? I say I have 5 kids to carry.
Over at the Heng household, Mom Esther has packed 5 of her 7 children off to school and begins a timetable of her own.
My full-time job is a stay-at-home mom. So I cook, I wash, I fold the laundry. I can do it without the TV, but I cannot do it without the washing machine. If the washing machine breaks down, that means I have to wash practically about 5 to 6% clothes every day, hand wash them, and I think it's not a joking matter. After that, I do a bit of housework, like sweeping the floor, mopping the floor, and then making their beds.
With Esther working as a stay-home mom, the family couldn't afford a helper. Esther's left to shoulder a large amount of housework every day.
No, don't change. No, don't change. Don't change, then you wear pajamas. And then I wake Hannah up, spend time with her. You know, either playing card games, teaching her to read. Please? Yes. What's this?
Dog.
Yes. Clever cat. Around 1:15 p.m., yeah, I'm out of the house again. When I overwhelmed with a lot of housework, I have to handle so many things at the same time. I really do think if whether, I'm raising them up all by myself.
Seeing her taking on so much extra duties, of course, as a husband, as a father, I don't feel good, okay? I felt I need to be more at home for my kids and for her.
You need umbrella? Rafael, do you need umbrella? Okay, come, let's go.
Esther was once a school teacher, but she quit after the birth of her 5th child, when juggling work and family became too exhausting.
Ayah, Meme, what happened? I school for you. There are times I just want to have a meal by my own self, without the children calling me every 30 seconds. Mommy, I need a bowl. Mommy, I need this. Mommy, my drink spilled. I need chopsticks. I believe I had more personal time when I was working compared to now. But why P? No, this one, the arrow straight refers to the time and the date. That means as the day increases.
Adam, come here.
Hey, you want pizza, right? Papa
Want pizza, right?
pizza already.
Want pizza, right?
With a full-time job at a local hospital, Mom Siti Saleha makes full use of her evenings at home to bond with her 5 children.
Haven't start yet, lah.
Saleha and her husband Zainal each have 2 kids from their previous marriages. In 2010, they got married and had 3 more. Between the 2 of them, they now have 7 children altogether, 5 of whom stay with them.
Before we even know each other, we already told each of us got 2 sons and 2 daughters. So whenever we went out on a date, we will bring them together to make them more familiar with each other.
Can I help you to make ice?
Go ahead, scoop.
Siti's 2 daughters from her first marriage have had to learn to adjust to not just a new dad, but also their step-siblings.
When I was young, I was really scared because I thought that my step-family would end up like a bad step-family. I think I was around 6 years old, and I felt that it was kind of unfair that I had to go through all of that. Not too much of oil lah. Normally when we cook veggie, right, we don't need a lot of oil, so we put it in.
Working full-time and caring for 3 young children means Saleha has little quality time with her eldest daughters. These cooking lessons are a monthly date that Saleha has with the girls.
Now, please put veggie. Can spend already. 2 ah. A little bit of salt.
Before my relationship with my mom was very, very close because I guess in the family we only had me and my sister. I do miss her, like the times that we had before.
Cepat-cepat letak. If not, nanti dia macam letup-letup. Now that we have our younger siblings, she has to focus on them more. We understand that it's fair that she actually was there for us, like how she's there for our younger siblings now.
Izzati, my eldest, she tends to hide her feelings. Being the first, I understand that she witnessed everything. But deep down inside, I know that she hides the sorrows and the sufferings that she's having because she doesn't want to hurt both her parents.
On bad days, I would remind myself that there are children out there who don't even have parents, and that I should be thankful that I still have my mother. And even though it's a broken family, although it's a step family, I still have a family to live with.
For the Lim family, today is a very special day. It's eldest daughter Crystal's sweet 16.
You are not allowed to see. You cannot see.
Wrong side. Wow. Wrong side. Wait, correct side. Wait, wrong side.
Wow. I feel like sweet 16 is the age where you're not really a child, but you're also not an adult, and you're still figuring out yourself.
Your little surprise.
That is Crystal baby picture.
Your baby face and your face.
But despite this landmark celebration, this year has been particularly difficult for Crystal. Crystal is taking her N-level examinations. She wants to qualify for the direct polytechnic admission program. But it's almost impossible to study at home.
It's very stressful. It's that one exam, it determines where I go afterwards.
My turn.
No.
Yes, it's my turn.
I can't let you have the bit now.
Give me reason lah.
Because I'm studying.
Got table here, got table downstairs, but you pick the bed.
Because you're too noisy.
Wow. Damn siao. Every time take away my bed.
I wish that they give me more privacy. Give me a proper space to study.
When the Lim family moved into this apartment, it was a comfortable living space with a study room. But with the room now full of boxes, Crystal is finding it difficult to study in peace.
That's why I argue with them about this. I don't want anything to affect my N-level result. It's very important to me.
But Crystal's focus on her studies has also come at a cost.
Me and Crystal were so close once, but now, yeah, she got much more things to focus on now, that she don't really have time for the rest of us.
I really want to spend more time with my family, but I spend more time with my friends, because when I go out with them, I can study. So in a sense, I get to do stuff that is more productive.
At the Heng household, second sister Rachel is facing similar troubles of her own.
I don't like having 6 siblings because they are annoying. Yeah, ask me, help them do stuff, then cannot do my homework anymore. Oi! Oi!
But wherever the little siblings go, trouble soon follows.
I said totally one. No, you purposely. I said totally. Purposely. I said totally.
listen to me. So who will she listen to? Rachel. Okay, then go get Rachel. Whenever there's a conflict, I think Rachel would be the peacemaker. She will just try and find out what happened and then who is supposed to give way.
I'm not hiding the toilet forever. Elisha was Ariel and Elisha go by me there.
With 7 children requiring her attention and care, Mum Esther relies on 11-year-old Rachel to help ease tensions,
What happened?
giving her the nickname of Little Mother in the family.
I tend to call on Rachel most of the times because she's very obliging. Sometimes I do feel guilty if they have to grow up faster, than the rest of the kids. Why are you still angry? Now you shake hands? I believe having so many siblings, I think they do develop responsibility for each other, even though they say things like, I'm not going to look after you, that kind of thing, yeah.
We need the insect sprayer. A lot of eggs on the floor.
And in the family's latest crisis, even Dad David looks to Rachel for help.
Rachel? There are insects at the ants at the balcony, right?
Yeah.
Can you help with that?
So many eggs. Then you help lah, you boy leh, girl leh. Girl is more braver than boy.
Sometimes I'm very busy because I want to focus on my work and study. So I wish that they will stop like calling me to do stuff for them.
While Rachel eases the tensions at home, our supersized families head out for an unexpected showdown.
Here you go. Go and take your water bottle. Full.
It's the weekend and a rare family outing for the Zainal family. Because of their large brood, Zainal and Saleha can afford to take their children out just once every 2 months.
You don't kway teow ah? I thought you like kway teow.
Video I share with you can.
Okay, we share.
Nice one.
And soursop. Papa, what you want?
Nice lemon tea.
But the uncomfortable public reaction also keeps the family at home.
They will look at me and my wife. They will look like amused. Means, oh, they're so young, got so many kids. So when they see we bring out 5, 7 kids outside and sitting around big table, well, they say like this family is so big. But for us, it's not. We are very, very uncomfortable.
Okay, you share with Mama, okay?
Sometimes I just hope that people will just stop judging, looking at the number of kids people have, and, you know, stop staring.
Okay, after your breakfast finish, you guys show how to pack the pampers for 2 minutes, 2 each. You go and pack your clothes, towel.
The Heng family is also on the move for a trip to the swimming pool.
My initial plan was just to have 2, because maybe I come from a family with 2. Full. Here you go. Go and take your water bottle. It's quite enjoyable to see them grow up together, but sometimes just wonder if like I have 2 or just 3, how my life would be.
After 2 hours, the family is finally ready to go.
Hey, please, Lisa. Yeah, Raphael.
In spite of the headaches that come with traveling with a big family, David relishes this time with his children. Esther came from a small family, and it was David who didn't want to stop at 2.
You see many couples, they rather not have children or they have max 2. But I do not regret having 7 children. If I were to restart the whole thing, I may even have more. Yeah, I love children. Because I see children not as a burden, but I see them as an inheritance, as a blessing.
But for the last 10 years, weekends like this with his children have been rare for David because of David's work with at-risk youth. And he's about to make a decision that will change everyone's lives.
I'm doing so much for these children, but my own children don't even see me at home. I told myself that has to stop. So are you okay?
As long as you're happy.